So for me, what I learned at a young age is it's okay to stand out. It's okay to be yourself. And if people don't like it, then guess what? They don't have to be in your life. So that's how
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Abilities Podcast. I am your host, Nick Yerhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. All right, everyone. On today's episode, I have Sam. And this dude is awesome, and I can't wait for you to hear his story and for him to share what he does. So, Sam, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yep. So, hello, everyone. My name is Sam Mitchell, and I run the podcast Autism Rocks and Rolls. It's a podcast about autism and how we cope with daily struggles that you may or may not understand. Through the podcast, it's grown so much, I developed sponsors, a board of 8, not federal. I plan events in Indiana, which is where I'm from, and speaking engagements. I've spoken in Oklahoma, Orlando 3 times, Canada twice, Stewart, Florida, Washington, D.C.
That's like so awesome. You're doing what I want to do. I want to get out there and speak on stages just like you're doing. So, I kudos to you because you're doing awesome.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. So, with your podcast, you say you help people understand what autism is. So, could you kind of go into detail on really what autism is?
Well, there's a stigma going around. We can't do anything, and it's utter BS. Clearly, I mean, your show's called
Yep.
The Infinite Abilities. I know you have CP.
Yeah.
You probably deal with the same BS that I have to deal with, and it's ridiculous. If you're really going to look at what we can't do, why would you do that? Have you looked at the other side? And that goes with autism in general. We're not interested in. It's kind of like you notice what you say, interested in finding success. That's what it truly is. On the flip side, but it's just we can't do anything. Come on, that's not true. Have you seen what I can do? Have you seen these podcast episodes? Have you seen me in college at my best?
Exactly. Yeah, I love what you're saying. This was why I was so excited to have you on the show because you think like me. Like, hey, let's stop looking at the things that we can't do and start looking at the things that we can do. Like, we're all amazing human beings. We all have our own unique set of gifts and, abilities that we can showcase every day. But people tend to always look at the negative, and it's just sad. It really is.
It's unbelievably sad. I just can't fathom why would you do that. And it's frustrating how I love doing interviews like this, but we have to do them to get people in order to make them nice when it should just come natural to people.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like, we have to do these types of things so people understand. That's why I started this podcast. It's called the Infinite Abilities Podcast because I want to showcase people's infinite abilities. I don't want to showcase the negative side of our disabilities or whatever you want to call it. I prefer to say different abilities. And, I like to just help people understand, what it's like to live with these different abilities. So, when it comes to autism, how would you describe it yourself?
A different way of thinking, but society sees it as a neurological condition, blah, 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 blah. We can't do anything. We don't understand socializing, which is partially true, but it's just a different way of thinking. I do think differently. I do think a little different social-wise, but I'm still doing okay in life.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I agree. And I've had a couple clients who have autism. I've had other guests on my show with autism, and I've learned so much that the what should I say, the general media doesn't talk about. These aren't the things that you hear about when you hear that somebody has autism. we hear, like you said, they can't socialize. Well, they can in their own way. And I'm sorry, but if you don't have the patience to learn that, well, that's, bad on you. That's kind of how I look at it. It's like we're all human. Deep down, we're all the same on the inside. So some of us just need a little patience, and I'm one of those. I have cerebral palsy, so people have to be a little more patient with me than other people. Like when I go out with friends and family, I walk a lot slower than everybody else. But my friends and family have learned to slow down and be patient. And that's really all it takes sometimes. It's just a little patience.
Well, I agree with you on that, but it's also extremely frustrating when they're patient with what they see versus what they don't see. You can't see autism. You can
Exactly.
see CP. I'm not trying to say, screw you, Nick, but
Yeah, no,
I
I
mean,
agree.
they see you walking, they're like, oh, he's got
Hmm.
something. We'll be patient
Yep.
with him. Oh, I say something a little off though. Sam says something a little off. Nope, we're not being patient with him.
Hmm.
You don't know what that guy's going through.
Hmm.
You don't know what she's going through.
Hmm.
So why make it worse?
Yep, exactly. I agree so much. And that is, a struggle with autism. It's not visible. So, you know, it's it's hard because like people just don't know, and even if they do know, they make assumptions, and then it usually ends up worse. Would you agree? Like people tend to have a negative reaction.
It's unbelievable.
Hmm.
It's unbelievable this reaction. I just don't get it. I don't get why if someone has said you have autism, it freaks them out. I,
Yeah.
I've scared a lot of people off because of saying that one phrase.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. And it is sad, but that's why me and you are out doing what we're doing, because by doing this, we can help make it more, quote unquote, normal. I know some of us don't like to use that word normal, but that's what people understand. But when I say that, it's like make it make it like every day. Make it just, hey, that's just how it is. Because autism is a lot more common nowadays than it was way back in the day. So I feel like society's starting to come around and understand, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Yep, they're aware of it, but they're not accepting of it. We're
No.
still having to build some bricks, but some
Yep.
bricks have been built, from what
Yep.
I've seen.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree. I agree. So, what are you working on now?
Well, I'm working on a motorcycle poker run we have coming up on August 3rd. We have a summer
Awesome.
concert coming up this weekend. Looking forward to it. I'll be the guest lead singer with the Hairbangers Ball Band. It's a local rock and roll band that visits the Midwest.
Cool.
Very exciting. And then we
Cool.
also have some speaking engagements. I'll be speaking in West Virginia in November and some online summits coming up. I have one on July 29th and one in October and November.
Dude, you're just rocking it. It's so awesome. Yeah, I'm a little jealous. It's like I gotta get to where you're at. That's so cool. I love speaking to people, helping people. So that's what I'm all about.
All right, you got to do a lot of asking around, though, is what I've learned. The more you
Yeah.
ask people, someone's going to come up to you. There's 1.5 billion people on this earth, and it's
Mhm.
unrealistic. 1.5 billion people will say no.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, you know, do you have your own business?
The corporation,
Yep.
the events and speaking engagements, that's how I make the revenue.
There you go. Awesome. Awesome. That's so cool. So, not only do you have autism, but you're also an entrepreneur.
Yep, I was doing a lot of entrepreneuring yesterday. On the 13th, I went to the Family Fun Fair, which is like a little trade show, and I was able to spread the word out,
Mm-hmm.
and we played a lot of Plinko.
There you go. That's awesome. That's so awesome. So, what brings you happiness?
Probably family and just where I've come from to see that, oh, I got these friends now. Now I feel validated
Mm-hmm.
versus 15. I didn't feel validated. I felt unworthy.
Yep. Yep. I get that. I get that. Me in my younger years, I felt a lot. Because you know, whether you want to admit it or not, you don't fit in with the crowd. So for me, what I learned at a young age is it's okay to stand out. It's okay to be yourself. And if people don't like it, then guess what? They don't have to be in your life. So that's how I
Yeah,
live.
like you said earlier, it's a you problem. That's a you problem, not a my problem.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, like the people that have a problem with somebody with a special need or whatever you want to call it, that's their own problem. That's not mine. That's them. And I'm not going to give my time to them, you know?
Right. You can't give your time to them or they win. Why would you want to
Exactly.
give them more power?
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. And, you know, here's something that's been just, I don't know, it kind of took me, it, it took me by surprise. And I want to tell you about it because I want to know if you've experienced the same thing. So I post a lot on social media. I post videos, all that. And basically, the only haters I've gotten are other people that have special needs themselves. Have you experienced that?
I have not actually.
Okay.
However, I've
Well,
had some people who don't agree with my views. Someone,
you,
believe it or not, hates the fact I put the puzzle piece on my logo,
mm-hmm.
but that's just me. I rather prefer it
Yeah,
because
exactly.
this is just my opinion. I know there's a lot of controversies with the puzzle piece, but to me, it shows the spectrum. I'm not gonna lie, that puzzle piece is floating around in my head,
Mm-hmm.
but guess what? Doing good still. And who cares if it's floating? That is a
Mm-hmm.
representation of me. Deal with it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I love it. That's just be you, be yourself.
Yep. But
That's
now,
it.
do I like it? No. But do I hate it? No.
Yeah.
It's just who the who I am and what the fact is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I agree. So my slogan is your abilities are infinite. What does that mean to you?
The abilities are infinite means you can do what you wish and what you want. Just don't do something stupid.
Love that. I agree. And hey, sometimes it's a little fun to be a little stupid.
Yeah, but there's something there. I agree with you. I've been acting stupid since day one. But there's a level of who's stupid.
Yep, I agree. I agree. Man, you're awesome. So, do you have any last words of wisdom that you would like to share?
Well, the road could be nice. And as we said just a few seconds ago, not act so stupid. We get along so much better, don't you think?
Yep, yep, I agree. I agree. All right, Sam, for anybody listening, if they want to reach out to you or go to your website or anything, how can they do that?
You can find me on your favorite media platform, and my website is autismrocksandrolls.com. I'm not a hard guy to find. If you Google me, something will pop up.
Awesome. Yeah, you like me, just Google my name and I'll pop up. And your podcast is Autism Rocks. Is that correct?
Rocks and
Yep.
rolls.
Rocks and rolls. Autism rocks and rolls. All right, everyone. We gotta go check out Sam's podcast because As you can tell from listening to him today, it's a great show, and we all got to check it out and learn more. All right, Sam, thank you so much. This was really great. You are awesome.
Thanks, brother.
If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me in the Nick Yerhart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit, because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys sharing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors, so let's just get it out there by word of mouth and help more people. Alright, everyone, remember, your abilities are infinite.